Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is supposed to be a rather brief ceremony, and so I'm not going to talk too much. We're here for a simple reason, and that reason is to cut short for the beginning of construction of the 24-hour model markets in Bole. Let me acknowledge my fathers, the chiefs, my mothers, the queen mothers, my children, the students, and all natives of Bole, and to thank you very much for the support you have given me over the years. Everybody knows that in December, I come and spend the Christmas with the children of Bole. Last December, there were two reasons I couldn't come. One, because I was busy working in order to resuscitate our crisis-ridden economy, and so the pressure of work made it impossible for me to come. The second was I was working on many things for Bole and Savanna region, and so they had not yet crystallized. And so I wanted to come when I had enough good news to be able to give to you. Now I can tell you that I'm bearing a lot of gifts, not only for Bole, but for the people of the Savanna region. When we were trained as young revolutionaries, we were taught not to be selfish. And so we were trained, like Kwame Nkrumah, to develop other people's places and pray that other people will come and develop ours. But some people taught us that no, that principle doesn't work. So when they got the opportunity, they developed their place. So this time, like Kweku and Nancy, we've also learned. And so we'll also draw water in between our legs. And so there are many things we're working on. The first is this 24-hour economy market. I want to thank the Traditional Council and the people of Bole for being very responsive in order to give this very prime location. This is one of the primest locations in Bole. And I believe that the Bole 24-hour economy market is going to be one of the busiest markets in the whole of Ghana, because of its location. And so for all those whose properties were demolished, including us, the NDC, our office was demolished, we've sacrificed for this market, but it is going to be a benefit to us, to our children, and our great-grandchildren. So today we are here to cut the sword for the market. As we all know, Bole is an old market town. And I remember growing up, every Friday is Bole Market Day, and the old market is under the trees behind just in front of the chief's palace. And that market is as old as our grandfathers, or even older. And so we are not saying that those who are selling there should move here. After that market is a traditional market. But this is going to be a modern market that will work day and night, 24 hours. And so we all know that markets are outlets for agricultural products. And so when our farmers have farmed, they need an outlet to be able to bring their produce to market in order that they can get a reward for their labor. And so this market is going to be such an outlet. There will be the opportunity for our produce, our maize, our yams, our granules, our beans, and everything to have an outlet so that our farmers too can make some money for their labor. Aside from that, markets allow money to circulate in the system. And that's why markets are important. Because in markets, money changes hands in exchange for goods and services. And so if you have a vibrant market in a community, it helps money to circulate within the community, and it helps that community to prosper economically. And so we're building 261 of these markets. Every district in Ghana is going to get one of these markets. And I'm proud to say that the Bole market is the biggest. There are different sizes. The biggest size is the Model 1. And Bole is getting a Model 1 market. So let me tell you a bit of what you're going to see in this market. The drawing is there. You can go and take a look at it after this function. But the market is going to have a police post. And so there will be police officers in the market. If somebody comes and does something untoward in the market, please don't beat him. Just hand him over to the police. And so there will be a police post there. There will be a fire post and a hydrant, so that in case of any fire, it can be put off in time. And then there's going to be a clinic, so that if anybody is ill, they can be attended to. So there will be nurses and health professionals in the clinic. There's going to be a pharmacy. In our local parlance, we call it chemical shop. But it's a pharmacy. It will sell medications. And so if you go to the clinic and they prescribe drugs, you get it right there in the pharmacy. There will be a market manager's office. The market will have a manager who will be responsible for administering the market. And so he will have his office and his secretariat. There will be an information office. And the information office can make announcements within the market. So if you go with your child to the market and your child gets missing, you just go to the information office and report, and they'll make an announcement to see if there's any child who has been located, and your child will be brought to the information office for you. Then there's going to be a storage with a parcel office. And then on the ground floor, there will be 71 lockable shops. And so these are shops on the ground floor. They will have, they are lockable, so they will have metal gates. And so in the night when you finish, or at any time you want to lock your shop, you pull the gates down, and then you lock your shop, and then you can go. There will be 71 of them. And then there will be 132 sheds. And so the open sheds where we normally sell vegetables, tomatoes, pepper, and all those things, there will be 132 of them in this market. Then there will be the open pavement. That one is the open market. It's free for all. Everybody, you just bring your umbrella and then you sit there and sell your goods. You can bring your table and sell your goods there. It's not a shed, it's just an open space. So first come, first serve. You get your place, you come and sit, you put your umbrella, and then you sell your goods. Then there will be WCs, that is toilet facilities, and showers. So there will be 16 showers and 16 WCs. So when you finish in the market, if you want to change and bath before and dress before you go home looking nice, you can go to the shower and take a shower and then dress, so that you won't get home and your husband will say, ah, why are you smelling of fish? Eh? But not fair to fair long. So you take a nice shower, you go, you put small perfume. When you go, your husband will be happy with you. Then there will be 10 warehouses. And so if you sell during the day and you don't finish selling, the rest of the goods, you can take it to the warehouse. They'll give you a place, you keep it there, and they'll lock the warehouse. In the morning when you come and take your goods and go back and continue selling. Then there'll be a lorry terminal for commercial vehicles, like taxis, trotros, and buses. And so if you come in a trotro or a bus, there'll be a place where they'll park, and then you get down and offload your things. And then there'll also be a lorry park for large vehicles. So the other park is for small vehicles, trotros, taxis, and others. But there will be a large place for big trucks. So if you bring your yam in a big truck, your yam will go to that lorry park, and then you can offload it over there. Then there will be a meat shop, Mayanka, which can accommodate 30 butchers. So if you're a butcher, get ready. There are 30 slots at the meat shop for butchers. So the chief butcher should start thinking of how he will distribute the 30 shops. Then there will be a cold store. And so if you sell your meat and you don't finish selling, you kill a cow, you don't finish selling, the rest of the meat, you take it to the cold store. They will keep it there, they will lock it. In the morning when you come, you go and take your meat and you come and continue selling. The market will be supplied with its own water system. And so it will have water running 24 hours a day. And then there will be refuse disposal. So when you have any garbage, you don't just throw it anywhere. They will show you where to throw it. And the district assembly will send their truck to come and empty the garbage and go and dispose of it. And then there will be upstairs 61 lockable shops. I already told you downstairs there will be 71 lockable shops downstairs on the ground floor. Upstairs there will be 61. So if you don't get the ground floor, you will get a shop on the top floor. Then there will be a crèche, that is a kindergarten, daycare center. So if you bring your child, you are a mother, you take your child there while you are selling, they will be looking after your child and teaching your child in school. So there will be a crèche, KG in the market. Then there will be a women's bank in the market. So there will be a bank for women, the Women's Development Bank we've been talking about. We are going to establish one in the market. So our mothers and those selling in the market, you don't need to carry your money home. When you sell, you just go to the bank and then you go and deposit your money there. Anytime you need it, you go and you cash your money. There will be a supermarket. Now we call it shopping mall. So there will be a shopping mall in the market. And then there will be 2 restaurants. The 2 restaurants will be VIP restaurants. And so that one, if you want air condition, you must know that the bill too will reflect the air condition. So those who have money, you go to the restaurant. That one, you sit at the table, you eat with knife and fork, and then the waiters will be coming and taking your order. But there will be another 2 restaurants for we, the ordinary people. And that one, no air condition. The fan will be blowing, and then natural air, and the food there will be cheaper than in the restaurant. So those of us who are not as financially enabled, we too will have our restaurants. We normally call it chop bar. So we'll have 2 chop bars in the market. And then there will be a guest room with 12 beds. And so if you come from outside and you didn't finish selling and you have to stay till the next day, you can go and book the guest room. They'll give you a bed. You sleep there in the market, and then in the morning you continue your activities. And so these are the components that are contained in the market. And I believe that it's going to be a game changer for the people of Bole and surrounding areas. Because I'm sure that people are going to come from as far away as Bamboy, Tinga, Malue, Mandare, Chache, and all, Sonyo, and all of them to come and do business in this market. But aside from that, there are many other things that we are working on. Before I came here, we went and cut the sod for the long-awaited Bole College of Education. This has been on our hearts for a long time, and all attempts we have made in the past proved futile. So the land has been there. We attempted to build a foundation. We got stuck, and we left it. Today, I'm happy to tell you that the GET Fund has taken that college, and 1,500 student college with auditorium, lecture rooms, hostels, library, lectures, bungalows, vice principals, residents, everything is going to be in that college. And it will specialize in STEM education, teachers who will teach children science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so we cut the sod just this afternoon. The consultants and the contractor are both on site and ready to start work. Bole is also going to get a new district hospital. A brand new district hospital, 150 beds. We know the old hospital was built in the 1970s. We have tried to renovate it, and patch it is not working. So the time has come to build a new one. And so a 160-bed modern hospital with X-ray, all the equipment in the hospital is going to be constructed. And then, in addition, we're going to build a new school in Tinga. From here, I'm going there to cut the sod for the school to start. It will be a school from, when you send your child there, your child will go from kindergarten all the way. When you send your child there, your child will go from kindergarten all the way to senior high school. And so you don't have to finish JHS and go to another school. It's a complete school from kindergarten to senior high school. When you leave senior high school, you're either going for nursing training or teacher training, or you're going to one of the universities to continue your tertiary education. In addition, the Savanna region is going to also get a new regional hospital. Bole will be a district hospital. The one in Damango is going to be a regional hospital. And so Savanna will get a new regional hospital. In addition, we're upgrading the Bole SHS to be a Category A school. We are currently classified as Category B. And so we're going to put in, already we are doing about 7 projects in the secondary school. We're going to expand the hostels, the lecture rooms, and all that, and upgrade Bole Senior High to a Category A secondary school. In addition, the Savanna region is going to get a university. It will be a University of Science and Technology. And so tomorrow we're going to inspect the land. The land has been awarded, and so we're going to inspect the land. Soon we'll come and break ground for the university to start. It will be a University of Science and Technology, and so students will come from all over the country to come and study here in the Savanna region. We already have $30 million of the money ready, which was given by the Chinese government. And we have the other financing institutions who are just preparing their financing to give us another $100 million to be able to build the campus of the new university. In addition, Kolmasa is going to get a modern TVET center, Technical and Vocational Education Training Center. So if you want your child to learn technical vocational education, you send him to Kolmasa. There will be a center of excellence there, and they can go and learn to be a carpenter, a mason, an electrician, a plumber, anything that you want your child to learn, they will go and learn. In addition, we are going to build a new water treatment plant for Damango. We are going to draw the water from Yape and serve all the communities along the road to Damango. We are also doing the design for a new water system for Bole. We are going to draw the water from Chache, the Black Volta, and draw the water all the way to Bole. And all the communities along the road from Chache to Bole will be giving clean water to drink. We also are building a farmers service center at Sakpa. So for you, the farmers, there will be what in my father's time they used to call tractor station. This is the farmers service center. There will be tractors, plows, harrows, combine harvesters, planters, boom sprayers, anything you need for agriculture will be in the center. So if you're a farmer in Bole district, you go and register and you will be attended to. We also are working on the roads. You can already see the work that is going on. The road passing through Bole is going to be a dual carriage way, not a single road like it used to be. And then we're also doing Bole town roads. And so we're going to repair all the roads in Bole and then extend the roads towards Sonyo and all the other surrounding areas. We'll also reconstruct the Serupe Dakrupe Kebelma Road. And then we're also doing the Bampe Horiri Mandari Road. And then we're also doing the Cocoa Research Road. That is, when you're coming from Chache, when you're getting to Cocoa Research, if you're not coming to do anything in Bole Town, you will turn right and it will take you straight to the Kumasi Road. And then you turn right and continue on your way. We're also going to do the Benfu Road. And so from Benfu to Manfuli, all the way to the riverside. And Tereso, we're going to do that road too. And so there's a lot of good news. Yape is going to get a new secondary school so that the Yape children don't have to come here. They will have their own secondary school. Right now they go to Bupe, or they come to Bole, or they go to Tamale. Yape will also have a secondary school, and so they don't have to go to other places. So there's a lot that we're doing, and finally we know that we're elevating Bole District Assembly into a municipal assembly. And so Bole will no longer be a district assembly, it will be the Bole Municipal Assembly. And you know that when you become a municipal assembly, when they are sharing the common fund, you get more. And so those are the glad tidings that I have brought. There are many more things we are working on, but as and when they come to fruition, I would let you know. But for now, these are those that we have started, and we are sure that by the end of my mandate as president in 2028, I'll be coming back several times to commission several of these projects or to catch sword for these projects. And so my fathers, our chiefs, our queen mothers, my mothers, I want to thank you very much for taking time off to join us here today. May God richly bless all of us. And also let me extend my gratitude to our Member of Parliament, Ori Yusuf. He has worked very well with me. We always put our heads together. We conceptualize the project. and then I use the presidential phone and call, and then Yusuf is the one who does the legwork. So I make the call. But the footwork is actually done by Yusuf. He will go to the ministry and follow it up until it comes into fruition. Let me also thank our regional minister. He's also, as the local government minister said, one of our best performing regional ministers in the country, and he's done very well. I thank my younger brother, Haruna Idrisu. All the projects in the education space, he has helped us to get them. I thank the Get Fund administration, the administrator and all his staff. Also, Minister Kando and the Ministry of Health gave us the district hospital and the Savanna Regional Hospital. And indeed, all the projects that we're working on, I want to thank those who are in charge of those places. Thank you very much, and God richly bless you.